So here's another news story. Krish, I saved this one for you because I know it's going to be fun, and you're the only comic I'm having on this week. So I wanted to do this fun one with you. We're just going to go right to the headline. Check this out. Trans Satanist Anarchist with her "fuck the police" slogan wins the Republican nomination for New Hampshire County Sheriff after running unopposed. So Aria DeMezzo won the GOP bid for sheriff for Cheshire County in New Hampshire. She ran unopposed, though she said that she did point out she didn't receive any backing from the party. DeMezzo will face incumbent Sheriff Eli Rivera, who is a four-term Democrat. She says that she is an anarchist and a high priestess of the Reformed Satanic Church. Yeah. GOP supporters in the county wrote in another candidate who ended up losing, which I guess that means some of the GOP voted for her.
Right?
DeMezzo won while running on the platform of "fuck the police." She supports decriminalizing drugs, sex work, and illegal immigration. And here we go. Yeah. Transgender woman who describes herself as a satanic anarchist. She'll be the Republican nominee over in New Hampshire. I gotta say, depending on what type of anarchist she is, I think I'd probably vote for her. I think I'd probably vote for her regardless. But I'd be like, what brand of anarchy are you?
Yeah,
I'd be like, what brand? You know what? I always say that anarchy is a lot like ice cream. There's so many flavors. You're gonna find something you like.
Right. Yeah.
But I'd want to know. I'd be like, are you the more? I mean, based on all the other things they mentioned, I have a feeling she'd be more of like the mutualist, left-leaning anarchy. That would be my guess. I could be wrong. I mean, she is running as a GOP candidate, but I think she did that. Like, from what I saw, she did that just because she knew that no one else was running. So she knew she would like go in there unopposed.
It seems like it seemed like a really good way to be like, haha, look, a trans Satanist is the GOP candidate for sheriff in New Hampshire, which is like such a fuck you to the party.
It's a fuck you to both parties.
It really is.
It's really a fuck you to all of contemporary politics, because right now, Joe Biden Donald Trump started doing it first, and then Joe Biden, the best way to make yourself different from your opponent is to parrot your opponent, by the way. Donald Trump, like, oh, everybody's an anarchist. They're all anarchists. They're anarchists. They're looting. They're these traveling anarchists on buses causing chaos. Joe Biden saying similar stuff about anarchists. Who were anarchists really at the end of the day? Anarchists were all the philosophers who adamantly warned against ever creating something like Wall Street, against ever creating something like the big banks, and we should have fucking listened to them. That's what actual anarchists are. Just so you know.
Centralizing the banking system and the economy was a big thing. I mean, that's also what a lot of socialists said too, is like, don't
absolutely, absolutely.
And the founding fathers were like, we shouldn't centralize the banks or have a centralized economy. Like, that seems like a really bad idea. That's going to put too much power into it. It's like Jefferson said that, Franklin said that. I think Madison was kind of 50-50 on it, but Hamilton was all for having a centralized bank. So it's just like the founding fathers, anarchists, socialists, they've all talked about. And who does somebody like Joe Biden and even Donald Trump get a bunch of their money from? Is Wall Street. Like,
of course. Yeah. I mean, Proudhon, who coined property as theft, he wrote against never have a situation where you're just getting capital and you're just relying on getting more capital and more capital to make it sustainable. If you do that, that will inevitably lead to oppression. That's Wall Street. That's exactly what the big banks in Wall Street, that's exactly what that is. He warned against ever doing that. Ever doing that. They all did. And we just did the opposite. And we're seeing why they warned against that. Turns out they were right.
Yeah.
Turns out we should have listened there.
And to running on a banner of "fuck the police," like, holy shit, like, isn't that the pulse of the country right now? Is defund the police, is to go into more community initiatives, is to compartmentalize what the cops do. And you have both of these candidates where Trump keeps saying, oh, Joe Biden wants to defund the police, and then everybody will die.
And then Joe's saying, I'm going to give him more money.
I'm going to give him more money. Yeah,
he's going to give him more money. He's going to give the military more money. He said both those things. How cool will it be if she wins?
Oh,
That'd be
I'd
so
love-
cool
that'd
if
be
she
so
wins.
great. I'd
That'd
love
be
it.
so amazing. A transgender Satanist anarchist is going to be the sheriff, right? It's sheriff, right? Yeah, sheriff.
Yeah. In New
That'd be
Hampshire, of all
so
states,
awesome.
the live free or die state.
Live free or die. Here she is. She's like, all right, we got to change some things around here. I mean, what a first day at the office that'll be. Like everyone's just kind of looking around like, so your slogan was fuck us. We feel like you might not be a fan of what we're doing. Damn right. I'm not a fan. Here's what's changing.
Yeah.
Your funding. Gone. Gone. It's gone. We're going to completely, you're not getting all the money you've been getting. We're going to defund you. That money's going to go to other things. The remaining money for you guys, we're going to really reconsider how we're spending that. We're not going to spend it on rubber bullets and tanks and tear gas. That's how we're not going to spend it, because we can't use that shit anymore. You can't use it anymore. We're going to completely revisit
schools. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, you know what? What if, imagine if cities treated teachers, like when it comes to budgetary stuff, imagine cities treated teachers like cops and cops like teachers. Like imagine like, hey, we were going to maybe cut some of the funding from education, but we don't want to make the teachers mad. So sorry, but half of our city budget still has to go to education and resources for our children. Sorry, we don't want these teachers to be mad. What if they quit? We can't have that. Police, we're going to have to cut your funding again. You're going to have to get a little less. And, you're going to have to buy your own equipment too. Sorry about that.
Hope you know a gun retailer somewhere.
We appreciate you, but you got to, I mean, I think shootings will go down pretty quick if they were buying their own bullets.
If they had to buy their own rounds.
If cops had to buy their own stuff, I think it would go down pretty quick, just to guess.
Although, we might see an uptick in like sword sales from the police.
You think they'd get swords?
I would. That's what I would do. If I had to buy my own bullets and be like, okay, I got to use these very sparingly, I would be like, I need to get a katana and some lessons.
You'd want to. So if you were ever in a conflict, a real conflict, not, and there was a live shooter, you'd be like, on guard.
I would go, well, I would get a shield.
It's a good thing.
Too.
It's a good thing you're not a cop. Oh,
yeah, I would go shield.
That changes everything.
I would get a. I'm not crazy, Ron. I would get a samurai sword and a shield, probably like a medieval shield. Like one of those bigger ones. Just to.
I would get nunchucks. It worked for Michelangelo. It'll work for me.
Fair.
I'd get nunchucks, and I'd get like one of those staffs. I would have all the Ninja Turtle weapons. I'd have all of them. I'd have a Donatello staff. I'd have the 2 swords like Leonardo. I'd have the nunchucks, and then I'd have the little pitchforks.
The sides.
Yeah, that's what they were.
Those are deadly because you can use them. You can hit them from the back. Like the hilts are pretty strong too because they're made out of total steel. So you can like punch people with them. Yeah, they can do some damage.
I feel like Donatello got the lamest weapon as far as the Ninja Turtle. I feel like they all like one day Splinter was just like, all right, take your pick. And Donatello was like on the computer or something. So he like wandered over last and he's like, oh, I get, this is just a stick. It's like I keep wanting to say Shredder, but like Splinter ran out of resources. Yeah. He was like, all right, I got like he went into like wherever he bought these things at, like some self-defense store or something. And he's like, all right, give me 2 swords, give me 2 sides, give me 2 nunchucks. Oh man, I'm out of money. I got 4 of them, don't I? Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go hit up this tree. I got an idea. And then he's just like, all right, one of you guys just gets a stick. And Donatello was like, really? I get a stick. And they're like, well, good thing you're the brains of the operation.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I mean, all you have to fight with is this glorified stick. That's not even that long, really. It's you get a stick, Donatello.
Ron, you realize that this is going to be the new Republican argument against defunding the police is, look, do we want to be a bunch of Donatellos out there?
We can't have Donatellos. What if they have to? One of them might just get a stick. They already have sticks.
Raphael. I know, yeah.
Oh, man.
I hope she wins, though.
I hope she wins, too.
Amazing.
I think it'd be amazing if she wins too, and it'd be amazing to see what she does. So hey, New Hampshire, get out the vote.
Get out the vote. Yeah, this is one that counts. This is the most important election.
Locals where, I mean, we always talk about that on
where
this
it's
show.
at, yeah.
I always say locals where it's at. Here's a stunning example of that. If you're paying attention to local politics, you may just get a chance to have a transgender Satanist anarchist as your sheriff. And how freaking cool is that? That's awesome in every way. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your